What is up, my coconut bras? And in this video we're gonna go back a few weeks to the match between Barrage and GiFu, I believe is what their team name is called. And this is a few weeks old, but I really wanted to cover this one because this is the only time, or the only second time in PC Pro League history where it was a 10-0 sweep, where they didn't even go to a third game, and the other team, which is going to be Barrage in this instance, doesn't even win a match. And so I just thought there was a lot of really cool tips in this video, and then all the other ones that we do from now on are going to be all the new ones. Like Drid is probably one of my favorite Pro League players, so I'm definitely going to be covering all of those games with G-Bots, of course, Continuum, pretty much all of the new ones that come out from now on. And I watch them and I'm like, holy crap, there's a ton of stuff to offer. I'm definitely going to be posting up on all of those ones. So basically this first spot right here was really cool camera placement, and it's just right on the inside of this tank. They just blew up the wall. You can throw it straight on the tank, and as you see right here, I threw one a little bit higher up just to see what the view would look like. It doesn't look that much better, so you might as well just fly it a little bit lower on the tank, then you can see all of it coming on.
This window and one player in support of him, but then Ash spread at a distance. Shate has got in underneath the B site and put a claymore right under the trapdoor in preparation for someone to potentially late rotate down. Now we're looking at a 3v2 in favor of the defensive team. Two players still holding this office firm and having control of the the diffuser, as Contic will drop down into that pre-placed claymore. Polo finished off by Wilkie, leaving Thompson now in a 1v1. We can't quite see through the bullet holes he's made for the movement. In comes Shate, the shots go out. Shate wins out that trade, and Barrage from a 3 versus 2 defense go on to lose.
GiFu just got the picks, the rotation from the defending Barrage player who dropped down and landed on that claymore, putting them in the advantage.
Now this next tip that I want to cover is pretty much just an overall. You can use this on any map, anytime you might see this, and this is going to be for attacking teams. But basically when people start to put, or defenders, when they start to break open hatches and use them as escape routes so that they don't get pinched in certain situations, if you see an open hatch and you know that there's a roamer on the upstairs, a really cool idea that was used and implemented and was a completely round changer for both these teams, Barrage and GiFu. Basically, they just put a claymore right at the bottom because they figured, okay, somebody's going to be rotating out of there once we start going up there and pinching them off, and someone's going to panic, drop down, or not even panic, someone's going to drop down, might not have time to see this, might not even necessarily look down before they drop, and even if they do look down as they're falling, it's going to be too late. They're going to fall and it's going to be game over for them.
You're on top to keep an eye on Thompson's possible rotate back up, and it has happened. He should find it with that drone in a moment. They have watched every rotate back down that Thompson can go with. Only 45 seconds to play with, and he is above this trapdoor. Just as Kanto looks away from him, he drops down through, but it's not going to change much. Kanto shuts him down anyway, and GiFu take round 2.
A great round from GiFu.
Alright, now this next spot, it might have been pretty obvious to some of you guys, but me personally, I've never used this situation before, and basically all they did, this is very border specific, this is going to be only for this map, but basically he stood on top of this desk and he moved enough forward so that he created almost like a horizontal pixel peak, which is, I very rarely see horizontal pixel peaks. It's almost always vertical. But basically he was watching the hatch from right here. He almost got the headshot from the drop down, but that's okay. Even though he missed it, he had the advantage because he saw exactly where he was going. So of course he just dropped down, pre-fired to the right, and that was the end of that round for them.
There is Valkyrie. Okay, yes, there is C4. Even Bandit could have some C4. However, why forego the pulse sensor? Why not use that?
Valkyrie's cameras.
Yeah, okay, you could use Valkyrie's cameras, but they put one in the lobby, and they're going to put one outside. Where's the third one going to be?
The only other place she's been is master bedroom.
Oh, she already threw the other one in the master bedroom?
I think so. I haven't seen it, but she went in there. She did the trapdoor in master bedroom, so I'd imagine the third one went in master bedroom.
So there's probably...
Alright, now we're going to be showing you some really sick Valkyrie cameras that I've never personally seen yet, even in other Pro League games. Well, the second one on this one I have seen, but this one right here is so sick. They pretty much just throw it into the crack of the fireplace, and look at this. I can be standing in this doorway right here, and even if I directly look at it, I still cannot see it because I'm not far enough in, but the camera can see you. Now, of course, if you move far enough in situation and angle your character exactly at the right spot, then yeah, you would be able to see it. But my point is just generally as you're running around the map, there's less points of view where you can see their cameras. Now this other one is the outside Valkyrie camera, really sick. You can see all the way down into trophy room window, so overall really sick cameras.
Because they've castled off their doorway, they can't rotate otherwise. Or actually I guess it's broken now. Oh, Kentori with a pick through that rotation.
It's onto Polo, who tried to rotate back through the Valkyrie once he was pushed away from the window by that Montaigne.
Whoa!
Oh, nicely done, but Chateau immediately countered Jugger straight out. So okay, you lose your Montaigne, but you've got control of the top floor now, and you've killed two very important players here on the Barrage lineup.
That was really impressive from Sisu, reading that defense and saying, okay, we're going to do something that no one's ever really seen before. We're going to put somebody on radio tower, which, by the way, I've never made that call before. Put somebody on radio tower and establish a crossfire on your hold upstairs. And now you're 2-man down. You've got Sir the Montaigne off the board, but from the past, we've seen from Sisu, that doesn't really seem to affect them. Well, they put a crossfire on every single thing they took. You saw they had somebody on radio tower, which again, wow, radio tower.
All right, so this next spot, this is one of the first times that they ever called out the call-out radio tower in a Pro League game. And the reason they were using this is it just is able to cut off so much space for roamers so that it can just help pinch off. Say somebody's defending dining room and kitchen or trophy room or any combination or anything, no matter what you're playing, and you know that there's a bunch of roamers upstairs. If you have somebody come up onto this radio tower in combination with putting people on the windows and the other balcony, it just cuts off so many angles for roamers. And as you guys saw in the gameplay, it just helped cut off so many lines of sights for the roamers. And of course, if you try to challenge somebody from this distance on the tower outside in the radio tower, it's going to be very difficult. Now that is the other tower that I pinged, and look at that. Even if you wanted to put somebody on that side, you could completely pinch them off. They're going to have somebody on that outside window. So really good for taking care of roamers, as you guys saw in the last clip.
Well, it did not work out, and now it's time for Sisu to hold. They've got double mirror windows inside the trophy room here. One looking into kitchen and one looking, of course, into west main, but they're actually then completely leaving the trophy room unattended. Herder, he comes out of the laxing bush, is looking to go up there and pinch them on their way back out again. Are they ready for it? Tank Ninjas isn't. He will fall straight back down again. Polo isn't in there in time to return the kill. Quantic and Thompson now inside the kitchen are going to start to plant, but the smoke grenades are coming out. The C4 is going to go on the wall next to him, and there's this plant stop. Wilkie gets that kill. Quantic pushing forward, has to figure his back, and now he'll fall to Wilkie. Polo has dropped, picked up the diffuser, gets a good kill onto Wilkie, but Boonsy's on the other side of that wall for an easy free mirror kill. And Sisu, after losing control of that top floor pretty quickly, to be fair, with their 3 remaining players, hold firm, make some great decisions, and win the round.
Alright, so this next one is going to be another mirror placement, and this one's really sick. It's basically going to be on the trophy room, and a lot of times you're going to see double reinforcements. But what they did here was they used just one of each, the one closest to the doorways. They reinforced that one and they put a mirror up right next to it. So from this way, you're able to completely block off that entrance right there by just pre-fire headshotting. And this corner right here is where we saw the plant, and that's a very common place to be planting the bomb. And then what you are going to be seeing here, what you did see in the last clip, is that just pre-fire headshots. Of course, they were able, Shanti, I believe, was the one able to take out the planter with the nitro cell, and then the Mira, just in combination with everything going on, they just got completely wiped out.
Bomb site isn't the most vertical on the map. It isn't the easiest to flank on the map, and with both of those there, they should have a great spot to push Sisu out of these sites.
Yeah, and in a lot of team roster, or a lot of...
Alright, so this one is going to be another camera placement where the camera can see you, but you're having a very difficult time seeing the camera. And it's going to be underneath this little lip in the fireplace. The fire will not break it. And as you see right there, the little outline of the fireplace completely covers the camera. So unless somebody's going to come down here, lie down and crouch, they're most likely not going to see this. Maybe they could see it on a drone. But overall, just the odds of this, I just thought this was such a beautiful camera. And this is really good for watching the ends of lobby. It's not going to get complete coverage, but you're going to see anybody that is looking towards breaking up castle walls or any type of wall that you might have on the entryway to dining room. So really sick camera spots. And we're getting close to the end of this video, so I just want to point out at the end of this video I have a really sick clip from the 10th round of their game by Wilkie, and he did 2v3, got all 3 kills, and I'm just going to leave that clip playing before the end of the video. But before that, let's get into our next
as much
tip.
As they should have, or maybe Barrage is just a little bit flustered by the
I want
fact
to give
that
them credit, right? Yeah, I was going to say, they're in the Pro League, right? They made it here.
Right.
I don't think...
Alright, so this last tip we got here, we saw that they were able to break this little opening right next to the hatch. Of course, that hatch will be reinforced. But what's really cool about this is it's really impossible for attackers to see down here without vaulting over first. They'll be able to see a little bit. And what's really crazy is that you can throw nitro cells through here and it's going to land outside. I'm going to show you exactly what this would look like. So if you have a camera out there, if you know somebody comes up and breaks the window, they're going to get completely obliterated with that nitro cell. Really sick spots. And of course, I'm not trying to take anything away from the other team. They are freaking amazing. They're all such good players. It's just really crazy that 10-0s, it doesn't really happen very often. Of course, every single player in this video is really badass though. So don't get me wrong about anything. That's going to wrap it up. Let me know what you guys think down below. Love you guys all. See you guys all very soon in the next video. And as you see, look at that crazy angle. Love you guys all. See you all very soon. Peace.
Charge going off right above Wilkie. He needs to get lucky with the barrages here. Goes on in. Tank Ninjas is right there with a smoke in hand, and Wilkie will pick him off into the kitchen. He goes his man right next to him. Oh, Polo, you needed to get that kill. Now Thompson's alone, and Wilkie gets the third to shut out Barrage in a 10-0 victory in explosive final fashion.
I think that's the second 10-0 in Pro League history of all time. Again, the first one being Continuum versus Flipside.
PC Pro League history.
PC Pro League history. Correction, thank you.